guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing my very first question and answer video here on my channel. I've gotten a lot of requests recently to go ahead and do this type of video. So I asked you guys on all my social media accounts, which I will have on the bottom of the screen so you guys can go and follow me. I asked you to go ahead and leave me some questions about anything and everything when it comes to myself, makeup, and whatever it may be. So I am very thankful for the fact that I got a lot of questions. So thank you to each and every one of you who sent me a question. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to answer them. You really have to go? I didn't even start doing my questions yet. Penny, Nickel, Nikita, Landry. Okay, we are back. So let's now officially start the questions. Okay, so the first question is from D Fernando 09, and she asks, how old are you and when did you decide to do makeup on YouTube? I am 24 years old, and I decided to start here on YouTube because I actually was getting a lot of comments and requests from people on Instagram seeing if I had a YouTube channel, or they were wondering if I was going to start one because they loved my makeup looks and wanted to see how I achieved them. I always knew that one day I would start one. I never knew when, and I never knew how to go about it. And so last year I started in September because life was kind of crazy and I kind of just needed to take my mind off of everything, and YouTube was the one thing that I thought, okay, right now is like the perfect time. So I thought, okay, right now is the perfect time to go ahead and start this, get my mind off of everything that's going on, and just really put everything into my videos and doing makeup and things like that. So that's when I started. I'm so glad that I started when I did, and I'm so happy that I now have this YouTube channel because it's something that I absolutely love to do. It's so much fun. I love being able to talk with you guys and connect with you guys. This one is from Crystal. Hi, Crystal. What makeup tips and hacks can you share, and how do you drink your coffee? Okay, so even though the coffee question was second, I'm gonna answer that one first because it's coffee. Okay, so when it comes to my coffee, I am really kind of Penny. Get it from like Dunkin' Donuts or something. I love Dunkin' Donuts. That's pretty much where I get my coffee. For me, Starbucks is just too strong for me. I don't like Starbucks coffee. It's just way too strong. So Dunkin' Donuts is my place to get coffee. So when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I always get the blueberry coffee light and sweet. I like my coffee weak. Not extremely weak. I mean, I need it to have a little bit of kick to it, but I like it more weak. And then the next question was, what makeup tips and hacks can you share? One of my biggest makeup tips would probably be brushes make a huge difference. Even though it like kills me to buy makeup brushes because they can be so expensive, I think that a good makeup brush and good makeup brushes in general, it changes the way you do your makeup. So it's a good investment to invest in makeup brushes. Another tip of mine that I've been doing a lot recently is setting my waterline, because I feel like even though I always use that Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyes in Onyx, the eyeliner, even though it's my favorite and it's like the only eyeliner I've ever really used. You know how when your outer corner gets a little, you know, you like teary or something, your eye gets teary and you see the eyeliner transfer to, you know, kind of your lower lash line? I've noticed, and I've been doing it a lot recently, is I put down the Skinny Smolder Eyes and then I'll go in with a black eyeshadow. It could be any black eyeshadow. I always go ahead and I just put that right on top of the eyeliner in my waterline, and it sets it and it does not move. It does not transfer to the lower lash line or anything like that. I think another one of my tips would be when you apply your foundation to stipple it on, because a lot of people I think blend it, and they blend across their face, and I've talked about this before. When you stipple it on, it actually puts the product on your face, because when you blend it, you're taking away the product, or you're making your foundation lighter, and it's not going to show as good, and it's not going to cover as good when you blend that way. So I always stipple my foundation on. Okay, so this next question is from Cassandra Lynn 17. How do you do your hair, and what hair products and tools do you use? When it comes to my hair, I actually don't use that many products. I think that I've always had very, very healthy hair. So when it comes to hair tools, I mainly just use like curling irons. I'm not really a big straightener person. The curling irons I've used them in a couple of my tutorials, and they're always the Hot Tools ones. I love Hot Tools. I feel like I've been using Hot Tools since I was like 16 years old, and I still have one of my Hot Tools curling irons. Over 10 years that I've had that thing. I also like to use curling curlers, what? I think you guys saw that in my Get Ready With Me bridal tutorial that I did. I love putting hot rollers in my hair. It's like 1970 is calling you, Ashley. Why are you using hot rollers? But it seriously is like the best thing because it gives your hair so much volume and body, and I love it. And then when it comes to hair products, I really honestly only put like 2 hair products in my hair. It's by Macadamia hair care, and it's the Healing Oil Treatment and the Nourishing Leave-In Cream, I think it's called. I used them this morning, so I think that's what they're called. And then those 2 products are seriously the only 2 hair things that I use. This next question is from Yelissa9, and how you started doing makeup. I started doing makeup and getting into I'm filming makeup and fell in love with makeup from watching YouTube videos. I was really sick one winter where I was home for 2 months straight, and I watched my movies, watched my TV shows, but you know, you can only watch them so many times when you're home for 2 months. And so that was when Instagram was like really big, and I was following all these beauty and fashion bloggers on Instagram. And so when I was at home one day, I just decided to go on YouTube and see what these people actually did. So the first person that I watched on YouTube was Camila Coelho. I think I'm saying her name right. Makeup by Camila. And I just sat there for hours every single day, and I watched every single makeup tutorial that she ever did, and I just fell in love with it. Beforehand, I would put on like a little eyeshadow, mascara, maybe a little blush, and a lip gloss, and like that was it. And then when I watched her and I started to watch other YouTubers, I didn't know anything about contouring and highlighting and false lashes and brows. Who knew brows would be so important in life, right? Every single day when I got home, I would just sit down, put my computer next to me, and just try out a makeup look, and I would do it every single day, and I just practiced and practiced. It amazes me to look at like my very first time when I tried to take a picture of myself when I did a makeup look, to see just how I got from there to where I am now. I mean, it even like pains me to look at some of my old pictures because I'm like, what were you thinking? So I pretty much just taught myself how to do makeup, and that's just how I started in it, and I eventually started to branch out and do everybody else's makeup. The next question is from Carrie Lynn 252, and her question is, who is the lucky man in your life, and what self-tanning product is your favorite? The lucky man in my life. His name is Steve. We actually recently started dating, but we have been talking for a really long time, and we've known of each other for quite some time because we grew up in the same town. I think he's pretty cute. And then what is your favorite self-tanning product? I love using the Saint-Tropez self-tanner in ultra dark or dark or whatever the darkest is. I'm definitely gonna do a tanning video. I have had a lot of you asking me to do that as well, but I actually kind of wanted to wait a little bit till the weather gets a little warmer. I thought that maybe around like springtime I would do a tanning video. This one is from Mama Kales, and she says, for people with an oily T-zone that also flakes really easy with liquid foundation, what would you recommend? My biggest thing is, when you have an oily T-zone, I would definitely recommend to use either a powder, or I've seen a lot of people, they actually put like a matte foundation in the area where they do have a really oily T-zone. So you can do, if you like a luminous look, or if you have another foundation that's your favorite, you can always go ahead and put that on the areas of your face where you're not as oily, and then go with a matte foundation and put that right in your T-zone where you are the oiliest. Another thing is powders. I think powders is really important. When you put on powders too, I think my tip would be to press it into your skin, because I think a lot of people just dust it on, but when you press it in, I think it just it makes your foundation and your makeup last a little bit longer instead of just dusting it all over. Like when it comes to my under eyes and my forehead and things like that, I like to press it in. And then the rest of my face, I just kind of dust it on because I do get a little bit oily in my T-zone as well. So I do like to press it into my skin. So maybe try that. My favorite powders to use, I love the NARS pressed powder in Beach. Another one that really is a good one as well is the MAC Studio Fix. It's actually about the foundation. I think the color that I use is NC25, I believe. Even though it's a foundation, it keeps my oils at bay, and I think that that's a really great tip as well. This next question is from Polished and Bubbly. Hi. If you could ever collab, oh, this is a good one. If you could ever collab with any makeup company, which one would it be? Wow. I think the ultimate goal for any makeup artist or makeup lover would be something like Chanel or YSL, even though they don't do that. But that would be like the ultimate goal, and I think that any makeup lover can agree with me on that. But when it comes to makeup companies, I love lashes, so I think that'd be really cool to have my own lash. I love companies like Velour. House of Lashes is another one of my favorites. Blinking Beauty is one of my favorites as well. So to collab with someone like that would be like a dream come true for me. But then when it comes to like makeup products, I think that, I mean, honestly, any makeup company would really be such a huge honor. You have people like Makeup Geek. Becca Cosmetics has been there for me with my makeup in every aspect. I think that a company like Anastasia, Beverly Hills, that would be amazing. I mean, honestly, if you gave me any makeup company to work with, honestly, I would be grateful for whoever they are. This next question is from Deanne Janelle Rowland, and she says, your makeup is always so beautiful. Thank you very, very much. What is your favorite liquid lipstick shade? I love liquid lipstick. My favorite ones are probably Anastasia, Beverly Hills. I pretty much have every single one of her colors, and I feel like they're the only liquid lipstick for me personally. I know that everyone, of course, has their own opinion, but I think that for me, they're the only ones that don't like bug me by the end of the day. A lot of liquid lipsticks, I wear them and I'm just like, okay, I have to get this off, and I start to like freak out. Favorites by her would probably be number one, first and foremost, Pure Hollywood, which is her nude lipstick, which is probably my favorite. I also love Spicy. Veronica is one of my favorites. Seraphine is my favorite red of all time. I'm actually wearing Heather's right now, which is a really beautiful deep lipstick. Lovely is really beautiful. I love all of her liquid lipsticks. I also love the Dose of Color Sand. That's another one of my favorites recently. I feel like I've been wearing that so much the past couple of weeks, and that is a really comfortable formula for me. So those are probably my favorite shades. It's Alexandria XO says, your favorite all-time foundation. Honestly, is gonna be the Makeup Forever HD foundation, but the original one, the one that they don't make anymore. I haven't really been wearing that for a while because of the fact that they discontinued it. I'm like preserving the foundation for as long as I possibly can, but about a month or two ago, I wore it just because I wanted to wear it. And by the end of the day, my makeup, it looked so beautiful, and it made me so upset because I'm like, why did they discontinue this foundation? It was just so beautiful. Oh my God. My number two would probably be a tie between the Born This Way and my Near Sure Glow. Oh, my NARS Sheer Glow. Those two are always my go-to foundations. Another one that I love, I know, you asked me for my favorite of all time, and I'm like reading off like 25 that I love. Love the LC foundation. All right, I'm gonna stop. Kristen, my cousin, wrote your favorite cousin. Yes, Kristen, you are my favorite cousin. This one is by Nicole Marie. I hope I said your name right. What is your weirdest talent? Weirdest talent? I don't really know if I have one, which makes me really upset because I wish I had a really, really weird talent. I can't like do anything, like, you know, people make shapes with their tongue. I can't do that. I can't do anything cool. Like, this actually kind of makes me upset. Like, why don't I have a weird talent? Gosh, I feel like a failure now. Okay, the next question is from XO. It's just, how do you begin relationships with brands and companies? I love your work, by the way. Thank you so much. Honestly, the companies and brands that have reached out to me, I haven't gone to them at all. They've reached out to me, which is and has been the biggest pretty much compliment. You know, there are so many makeup artists out there, and the fact that these companies reach out to me, it is like such a huge compliment to me. I personally just have put myself out there and I've tried different looks, I've tried different brands' products, and I think that they just noticed my photos and that's how they reached out to me. Okay, this one is from Triceratops MUA. Love it. Your pictures are amazing. What camera and lighting do you use? Well, thank you very much. The camera that I use is actually the same one that I use for my pictures as well as my video right now, and it is the Sony Nex6. They don't make it anymore, it's discontinued, but I believe the Sony, I think it's A6000 or A5100 or something. That's one that's very comparable to this Sony Nex6. I love my camera. It's been a year since I've had this thing, so I love you, camera. I owe everything to this camera. It's taken all my makeup pictures, all my client pictures, my videos here for YouTube. I owe everything to this little camera, and it was worth every single penny. And then lighting, I actually have like a little ring light that's at the top of my camera. I bought it a while ago for my photos, and I actually use it with taking my videos, because now that I'm in this corner, it's a little bit darker over here, so I do put my ring light on. It's just a little ring light, but I did recently purchase and invest in getting a big ring light, and that's what a lot of my pictures on Instagram now I take with a big ring light, and I love that thing so much. Oh my gosh, it's like the best thing ever. This one is from Sydney Kins. What is your profession as of right now, and what do you want to do? My profession is I'm a makeup artist. I do YouTube videos, and then I'm a makeup artist. I do weddings, I do makeup on other people. I have a lot of weddings coming up this year, and just occasions. I have engagement parties coming up, and so yeah, besides doing YouTube, I'm actually a real makeup artist. And what do I want to do? I just want to continue to do makeup. It's something that I love to do, and I love being able to do makeup. And my favorite part of it, honestly, is seeing my clients' faces and seeing how happy they are at the end of doing my makeup, because you know, even though, you know, you don't need to wear makeup to be beautiful, let's be honest, but I love the fact that you can be glam every once in a while, and it's really fun to be able to see my clients who maybe don't glam themselves up as much like I do every single day, but to see them like so happy at the end of the session and to know that they're happy with the makeup and what I've done for them, it means the world to me. So that's the part that I love the most about it. On Snapchat, and she says, what do you do besides YouTube? Okay, I just kind of answered that. So I do makeup, and wait, there's another question coming. Here we go. What do you do on a normal day? When I'm filming, my days are very crazy. Like, I wake up every single day at 6:30 in the morning. I relax until 8, and then that's when my day starts, and I'm always going. I never stop. When I'm filming days are probably the craziest for me, because on top of filming, I mean, filming can take hours and hours and hours, and then I am doing everyday normal things as well between all of that. So, but on days when I'm not filming, honestly, I'm pretty much editing. I always have to edit to kind of keep up, and I just like to edit so that I know that I'm like getting things done. I hate editing at the last penny. I hate leaving everything off and doing it like at the last minute, and for me, I need to upload my videos like a day in advance because my internet is so slow. So I need to have my videos done by a certain time so I can upload them for you guys. Usually in the morning, I like to edit just to get it done, get it out of the way. And then at night, I like to hang out with my boyfriend Steve. I like to be with my family, my friends. This weekend, we're having a big family dinner with all family and friends, which I'm really excited about. What breeds are Penny and Savannah? Penny is a Curlian bear dog, and Savannah is a Chiweenie. They're both rescues. Penny was actually supposed to be a Labradoodle, long story short. My dad went to go get her in this really, really horrible section, and she was living on concrete. She was disgusting when we got her. She had the worst worms. I'm watching her right now flip around on the couch like if she's a fish. The guy kind of pawned her off as being a Labradoodle, and she was the last one there. No one wanted her, and so When my dad looked at her, he's like, okay, this is not a Labradoodle, because looking at Penny, you know she's not a Labradoodle. But my dad said he just could not leave her there. And then Savannah is a Chiweenie. She was actually a rescue as well from a puppy mill. My sister rescued her from, she was in Tennessee actually at a puppy mill. And she is the Cheween. We call her the Cheween. There she comes. Do you know I'm talking about you? And then the last question that I think I will do is, how do you get on a PR list for a company? How long does it take you, and which was the first company that reached out to you? All right, I kind of talked about that before. The first company that actually reached out to me was Becca Cosmetics, of Becca products. You know, I've always had their blushes, I have their highlighters, and they have always been a company that's always been in my makeup collection. So they were actually the first company to reach out to me, and I'm very grateful for Becca. I think that they are a company that will always, I'll always support, because of the fact that they were the first company to ever reach out to me. And it is pretty much the coolest thing when you have something like that happen. All right guys, so that is it for my question and answer video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun sitting down and answering all these questions with you guys. I hope you were able to learn a little bit more about me, a little bit more about makeup, so on and so forth, a little bit more about Penny and Savannah. So again, thank you guys so much for taking the time out to write me your questions. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.